Mr. Alford.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I love this discussion that we're having. I think it's important. Some of you have probably seen on Instagram a post of a line drawing that's done in pen and ink. And you're asked to look at this drawing and you see initially a tree. But then when you look closer, you see two old people kissing. I think that's where we are with the race relations in America right now. We have the same picture, but different perspectives and different lenses that we're looking at. And where we're asked to see something a different way, there might be a hesitancy towards that, but the image is definitely there. And so I don't want to take away anything from any of the arguments made by the other side of the aisle. Ms. McClellan, I have the utmost respect for you. I think there is a disparity in our military academies right now. But I don't think it's disproportionate to necessarily who we represent. In the 4th District of Missouri, I represent 772,047 people. And I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, independent, agnostic, they all get the same service from our offices. And so it's the same with our military academy appointments. The greatest pleasure that I have had as a freshman congressman is to be able to call up the 6 individuals this year and tell them that your life is going to be changed forever because you are going to a military academy. We have very skilled panelists on our panel. Frank Cavuti, a lieutenant colonel, U.S. Air Force retired. Andrew Swedberg, lieutenant colonel, U.S. Army. Perry Johnson, commander, U.S. Navy. And Steve Holmes, captain, U.S. Coast Guard. And Grace Townsend, working with our office, who's also a veteran, who coordinates this. And you know, not one time has race ever come up. And I don't even know the race of the individuals when I call them. I've looked at the information, I've looked at the recommendations from the panelists. But it's based solely on, are they mentally fit? Are they physically fit? Do they have the gumption to stick with it, to be a good investment for our taxpayers of this $500,000 education? I think this is something that we have to look at. I agree with Mr. Scott. How do we increase minority participation? How do I get, we're struggling all the time. We've got this great academies that we're trying to get people into, and we struggle sometimes getting people to even file these applications. Maybe that's on us to do a better job. And I'm going to take the information that we are talking about here today, and I'm going to try to do a better job of that. But I want to say something in regards to what Ms. Sherrill says. And ma'am, I don't know you, but the intimation I got from your statement was that some on our committee do not want black Americans in our military. And I'm sorry if I misunderstood that, but I want to make one thing very clear if anyone's out there listening right now or watching. I don't care what color you are or where you're from, we want you and we need you in our military. We have only 9% of American young people right now having any interest in joining the military. And we are up against some serious foes in the future. We've got to get our act together as Americans. We've got to be able to see both drawings inside that Instagram post. We've got to do better as a nation. Thank you. I yield back.